Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Tough God New World video. Today we will be taking a quick look at Hwaryun. She's coming tomorrow after the update and she will be our very first new SSR unit. So obviously a lot of people have saved up gems, a lot of people are very excited to finally summon for something. And we will be taking a look if it's even worth summoning for her. Is she good? What makes her good and valuable? Or is she bad but does not make it good? I hope by the end of the video I helped you with the decision whether she's worth summoning for your account or not. So let's take a quick look at the character introduction video. Yeah.
The path belongs to those who
Holy
can walk it.
mommy, god damn. Alright, passive, active. Okay, so it comes back. Big AoE, I like that.
You can't walk this path.
And a special animation skill. Alright, let's rewind that. Right, let's take a quick look. So, first we have Mom. Sheesh. Alright, so as you guys can see, she is a red type and a guide, so basically a support, red support. Now there can be a debate just by seeing this if she's worth summoning for. She's a red type. Right now, dark and light are the meta right now, and everyone's running a dark team or yellow team, and probably all the free-to-plays have decided to go for a dark and yellow team. So that already reduces her value for a lot of players, because obviously you want to work on your dark and purple team, you don't really want to work on another team, a red team, because you might not have all the units that are good for a red team. However, for those who have a red team or a decent red team with Ivankel, she is actually the very first red support in the game, besides some SR, but in terms of SSR or SSR Plus, she is the first red support, and she will be increasing the value of the red teams by a lot. There's another reason why her being red is actually so important, but we will get to it later on.
Can walk it.
Alright, the passive skill, reveal weak point. Hwaryun finds an enemy with the highest attack at the start of a battle and marks them as a weak point. She increases her allies' attack and critical hit rate when they attack the weak point enemy. Now, they actually forgot a part of the passive. When they defeat the weak point enemy, she recovers energy for the whole team, and she targets a new enemy as a weak point. So I'm not sure why they didn't include that into the video, but yeah. Just on paper right now, this passive is insane. She is a universal buffer. You can put her in any team basically, and she will make sure to do as much damage as possible to the enemy DPS and get rid of them as fast as possible. Let's just take a scenario, right? You're playing adventure, you're playing PvP, and the opponent has a really annoying Rachel in the back row, and you know as soon as that Rachel casts her whirlwind, tornado thing, whatever, it's over for you. She's gonna one-shot you. Hwaryun will try to make sure you do more damage to Rachel and get rid of her as fast as possible. Active skill, delay tactic. Hwaryun throws a staff which deals damage to enemies in its path and decreases their swiftness. Targets in weak point state are stunned. So as the name said, delay. The gimmick of this attack or skill is to delay the DPS from activating skills. So she will be throwing a staff all the way to the back, hopefully, and everyone who's hit by the staff will have their swiftness reduced. Swiftness obviously being their attack speed and how fast they attack. You also basically reduce the time in which enemies charge their energy for their skills. So that's really good, and if the target being hit is a weak point state, they are stunned as well. If you get to hit the weak point target, you not only decrease the swiftness, you will also stun them, making sure that you have more time to do as much damage as possible, getting rid of that annoying DPS in the background. And the stuff actually comes back, so I'm not sure if the stuff comes back, it deals damage again and applies the same effects again. I hope so, that would make it even more insane. Skill 2, Guides Guidance, nice name. Hwaryun casts a path towards an enemy in weak point state and commands all allies to attack the enemy in weak point. That's just an insane skill. So again, the same gimmick, right? You want to get rid of the enemy DPS who's sitting in the back row as fast as possible. She's gonna make sure to path away basically a huge AoE damage, and she makes sure that all you teammates focus their attacks on the weak point enemy. So just on paper, right? If she activates the skill, you can expect the enemy DPS to be dead by that time, definitely. So it goes all the way to the back. That's just beautiful, just good. Special skill, Preemptive Strike. Hwaryun jumps towards an enemy in weak point state to deal damage. Wow. She then knocks back other enemies, creates a barrier, and increases nearby allies' swiftness and attack. On paper, it just sounds so insane. She will be so good for PvE and PvP. So she jumps to the back, does damage, knocks back everyone else who's trying to help the DPS in the back row, creates a barrier, and increases attack and swiftness? Bro, that's just insane. Just to give a quick rundown, right, of her gimmick basically. So she will activate her passive. She will decide a weak point target, then she will activate her skill 1 and make sure to delay the skills of the enemy weak point target and DPS or whoever is getting hit as much as possible. Then she will activate the skill 2, make sure all your allies focus the DPS in the back row, and after that, if the DPS in the back is not dead, but all your allies will be obviously in the back row attacking her, she will jump to the back, push back all other enemies, deal damage and increase the swiftness and attack of all your allies nearby. That's just insane. The synergy between all her skills is just insanely good. So we can actually take a look at the exact percentages in the game, since you fight her in PvE like adventure mode and trial mode and all that stuff. So let's just take a quick look at the skills. There we go. Now these skills are all at level 3, so the percentages are higher than usual, but she will be increasing attack by 30% and critical hit rate by 30%, holy. And then, as I said, with energy regeneration by 300 for all allies, and she will find a new weak point. And this increased swiftness of all allies by 60, and then her stuff does 600% damage, and then decreased swiftness of enemies in its path by 30 for 10 seconds. And the weak point enemy will be stunned for 2 seconds if they are hit as well. And this one, ult 600% attack damage, and then staff swing to knock back and do another 300% damage. And then she will be increasing all allies swiftness by 30 and the attack by 30% for 12 seconds, and create a barrier equal to 600% attack. I'm not sure if the barrier is actually for all allies or just for herself, but regardless, just an amazing skill. So is she good or is she bad? Obviously, I mean, just on paper she's amazing, just a great support. What holds her back obviously is the fact that she's red, since dark and light are dominating the game right now, and everyone has built a dark team or a light team, and you can have second thoughts about whether you want to summon through a red unit if you don't have a good red team. Still, she's a very good unit to sub into a for dark team with her, or for yellow team, for light team with her. So since she's so universally good, and her buffs are all universal buffs for everyone, for all your allies, you can still pull her even if you're building a dark or light team. As I've said, she is the only red support in the game. You can actually quickly take a look in Codex. So if I sort this by red, as you can see, we only have Ivankel, the only SSR plus for red types, being a mage. Then we have Anak, warrior, tank, mage, ranged, and assassin. and the only support right now is her, but I mean, nah. You don't need her if you have Hwaryun. Now, if you have Evankel, I would definitely summon for Hwaryun. Definitely. She will be universally good for your whole box, and she will increase Evankel's worth and substantially make your red team way stronger than it is already. Another reason why you should summon for her is if you want to go for Viole. Now Viole is a red SSR Plus who will be coming after Hwaryun. Now we know he's red and we know he's an SSR Plus because you actually see him if you go here and you click on support and then the support guide. There we go. As you can see, Viole sitting right there, red and a range SSR Plus unit. So if you want to go for Viole because Viole is your favorite character, or he might be broken as fuck, we don't know his skills yet, but he will definitely be very, very strong, right? You should definitely consider going for Hwaryun because those two together will just be insane. I'm pretty sure and positive that those two are made for each other, to support each other, so Hwaryun will be insane support for Viole. So if you want to go summon for Viole, you should definitely also consider going for Hwaryun. No, I'm not sure whether Hwaryun will be in Viole's banner or not, or if they're gonna be separate, but if you want to go for Viole first and try to pull him and then go for Hwaryun, you should definitely wait and see if you can get Viole first and then try for Hwaryun. Hwaryun is SSR, so you should be able to get her at the later state of the game when she gets added to the general pool. So you can, you know, just probably go to the general banner and then rate her up, and she will be quite easy to pull then. So that's it. I hope I helped you with the decision whether you should summon or not. I'll be making a showcase video for Hwaryun as soon as she releases, also obviously a summon video, so make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe, please get us to 500 subs, and I'll see you guys. Peace.